Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona. Welcome back if you're joining me again. Today's class is a 75-minute vinyasa to yin practice, and it's a class that focuses on your whole body, building strength and flexibility in equal parts. For practice, you may wish to have a block, a strap, and some sort of cushioning. Could be a couch cushion, a bolster, or a floated blanket, just to elevate the floor to meet your body and for your own comfort. If you are enjoying the classes on a regular basis and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy this longer format, nourishing class. Namaste. And begin your practice laying down on your back. Take your feet wide to the side edges of your mat and gently knock your knees together. Resting your hands on your body, and if it feels comfortable for you, closing your eyes. Take the next few moments to align yourself so you feel supported and you can rest still, smoothing out the wrinkles in your back body and emptying your weight into the floor so you feel held by the ground beneath you. Sealing your lips and breathing in and out through your nostrils. And inviting your breath to gradually deepen and brighten into the full frame of your torso. And sensing the momentum and even rhythm of your breath building. Setting the tone and tempo for your practice ahead. And if you'd like to dedicate your practice to someone or something today, or carve out an intention that feels relevant, take a final moment here expressing that quietly to yourself. Now follow your next breath in, your next breath out, and gently blink your eyes open. Taking a full body stretch, sending your legs forward along your mat. Reach your arms overhead and let your spine arch away from the mat. Then gently soften and curve your body over to your right, taking a banana shape, stepping your feet over to your right, reaching your hands over to your right, your hips to the left. Option to cross your left ankle over your right, and your right hand could catch your left wrist. Your right cheek can rest into the flesh of your right arm. Sending your breath, awareness into the whole left line of your body. Separating each rib with a broad breath. And the best shape here is one that works in concert with your breath. Too far and your breath will shorten. Just cultivating this awareness early in your practice, finding those sweet spots and shapes that work for you. Making your way back through center, take a moment to pause, a breath to feel, and then curve your way over to your left, opening into your right side body, creating some space through your spine so you can deepen your respiratory rhythm, feel more open and light. Take one more full breath in and then shuffle back Through center, bring your knees in toward your chest, give yourself a squeeze, and let your low back soften into the floor. Take a little rock side to side. Place your hands now to the tops of your knees. Press your knees away from your chair so your arms straighten, and start to circle your knees away from one another, softening your groins, your buttocks, and your hip creases. And circle back opposite direction. As you come back through center, lower your left foot to the floor. Move into reclined pigeon pose. Cross your right ankle to the top of your left knee. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Pick up your left foot and draw your thigh in toward you. Ground the length of your spine. And ease your right inner thigh wide. Just continue with that sweet, deep breath in and out. Moving into a reclined twist. Lower your left foot to the floor. You may wish to cross your right leg over your left, or simply stack your knees for a gentler option, lowering your knees to your left. Send your gaze to the right side of your space. Breathing into the right side of your body, fanning your ribs with each breath in, and relaxing the stack of your legs as you breathe out. Next exhale, back through center, release and set up for reclined pigeon on the opposite side. Left ankle to the top of your right knee, hands gathered behind your right thigh in toward your chest, and then the front of your shoulders can relax back. Breathing slow, deep breaths. And release this left side now. Make your way into your twist. Legs wrapped or stacked, resting your knees to your right. And on your exhale, coming back to center, unwrap the legs, hug your knees in toward your chest. Then raise your head and your shoulders so you're tucking in. On an inhale now, send your legs away and your arms out wide to a T. Exhale, curl back in. Stay with this sequence. If you're still working on your core strength and it feels like your low back is arching as you reach away, point your legs a little higher toward the ceiling so you're able to keep your abdominals braced. An option also to lower the legs, take your arms overhead for more heat and challenge. And next time your legs are extended, hold there and reach your arms forward alongside your body in a low boat, looking down your body to your toes. Explore lowering your legs a degree or two. Take one more breath in and release. Recline back, hug your knees in. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Might turn on the back of your head a few times. From here, we'll make our way onto all fours, tabletop position, spreading your fingers wide, hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips, and start with an inhale, cow pose, drawing your heart forward and softening your belly. And then on an exhale, round and widen through your middle and upper back. Take a few more rounds here, following your breath's rhythm. One more round in each direction. And meet me in neutral. Walk your hands forward a step, tuck your toes under, and press back to downward facing dog. As you raise your hips, start with your knees bent, stretching up through your sit bones, elongating the space between your waist and your hands. Then just straighten your right heel down toward the floor without losing the length through your spine, that even pressure through your hands. Changing sides, left heel down, right knee bends. And then alternating, biking your heels. And as you're ready, settling into a place of stillness, your mind calm and observant, breath even, eyes steady. One more smooth breath in. Send your gaze forward between your thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees. Travel lightly to the top of your mat. As you arrive, slide your hands to your shins. Take a halfway lift. Exhale and forward fold over your legs. Rise to stand on the new breath. Circle your arms overhead. And lower your hands to the center of your chest. We'll warm up with 2 rounds Surya Namaskar A. On your inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Breathing in, lengthen your heart forward. Breathing out, step to plank and pause. Take a breath. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose, low and slow, curl your heart up. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Each breath connecting to the felt experience in your body. At the end of your exhale, stepping forward, top of your mat for another cycle. Open and fold with your breath. Come to stand, reach your arms skywards. Hands to your heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step to plank pose. Pause for a breath in and lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra and downward facing dog. Breathing smooth and deep. End of your out breath. Step or float to the top of your mat. Lengthen and fold with your breath. Come to stand. Lower your hands to prayer, standing evenly, making contact with your breath. Hold your waist now. Moving into triangle pose, step your left foot back and either lining your heels up or heel to arch alignment. Float your arms wide on your inhale, reaching forward through your right arm and then right hand down, left hand high. Feel for a fullness of your breath around your ribs. Firm activation through your leg muscles without accumulating any tension. Sense and feel the ground beneath your feet. Now take your left hand behind the back of your head and start to point your left elbow toward the front of your space. So you feel a nice stretch through the left side of your body. Gently lean your chest back just a little. Next breath in, reverse your warrior, bend your right knee, take a half bind, reach your left hand behind, right hand high, and then keep your legs now coming upright through the spine, join your hands behind your back, warrior two with your hands interlaced. Eyes toward the long edge of your mat, opening, brightening into your chest, draw the knuckles down, take a smooth breath in. And on your exhale, humble warrior, turn your chest to your right and fold inside your right thigh. Keep your back foot grounded, your right hip gently hugging in. Smooth the rhythm of your breath so there's no over effort. On your exhale, release, hands to the floor. Down dog splits on your inhale, send your right leg up and back. And then explore bending your right knee and open through the front of your right hip. Keep an even pressure in both hands, your shoulders level. Breathing in, straighten and square your hips. And then flow forward to plank with your right leg lifted. Straight into left side Vashisthasana, side plank. Option to place your left knee to the floor or challenge your balance. Keep your right leg hovering. Here for 3 more breaths. Lifting your left hip up away from the floor. Release to plank on your inhale. Steady your shape and either lower through a vinyasa or press back. Downward facing dog. Finding a steady, expansive shape now, neutralizing any over effort. Softening the corners of your mouth and your jaw. Making space for a deeper breath in. A slow breath out. Take one more cycle of breath. End of your exhale. Step or float to the top of your mat. Lengthen up halfway, inhale. Fold in on your exhale. Rise to stand, sweep your arms overhead, gaze up. And lower your hands to prayer. Left side now, hold your waist. Step your right foot back, setting up for Trikonasana triangle pose. Deliberately engaging your legs and then reach forward and down. Right hand goes to the sky. Straight line from palm to palm. Sensing a full expansion across your chest between your hands. As you linger, feel your next breath in. Connect to your next breath out. Calm and steady. Take your right hand to the back of your skull. Then send your right elbow a little more forward toward the front of your room. Seeking sensation through the right side body. Maintaining your breath rhythm, finding those sweet spot shapes in your body. On your inhale, reverse your warrior, bend your left knee, taking your bind right up. Left hand up and back. And then return through center, warrior legs, join your hands behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest, knuckles down. On an exhale, humble warrior, drift your chest toward your inner left thigh. As you bow in, your chin tucks in. Feet stay grounded. Release your hands to the floor. Down dog split, send your left leg up and back. Bend your knee and open your hip, just re-lengthening through the front of your thigh. Next breath in, square your hips. Shift forward to your 3-point plank pose, left leg lifting. A light tuck to your tailbone. And then your version, side plank on your right side. Steady gaze. Last few breaths here, right side, waist engaged. Release to plank and lower to your belly. Cobra on your inhale, unrushed. Downward facing dog or child's pose. If you need to do less, take 5. Calm breaths and reset. End of your next exhale, stepping up top of the mat. Open your chest forward, looking forward, and then fold with your exhale. Coming up to stand. Lower your hands to prayer. Take a moment to pause. Toe heel your feet, hips width apart now. Hold your waist. Squeeze your elbows back. Open your chest. Breathe in. Exhale. Bend your knees and fold down over your legs. Hook onto your big toes with your peace fingers, your thumbs. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees here so your chest can rest on your thighs. Then slide your shoulder blades up and away from the floor, creating more room and space for your neck to lengthen. Keep your bind, take a halfway lift. Release your hands and fold on your exhale. Coming all the way to stand, rise up, reach, stretch your body out. Hands to prayer. For our next sequence, you may wish to have a block. If you have one, place it to the outside of your right foot. Once more, hold the waist, step your left foot back and set up for pyramid pose. Stagger your feet wide so you have a nice stable base of support. And either take reverse namaste behind your back or hold opposite elbows. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, slowly fold over your right thigh. Just encourage yourself to take a few breaths to arrive in your shape. Conscious of extending your spine. So you're feeling for a mild back bend between your shoulder blades. Same time lengthening into the back of your right hamstrings. Next breath in, push down and away with your right foot, rise all the way up. Transition into revolve triangle, Paravita, Trikonasana, right hand to your waist. Breathe your left arm up toward the ceiling, then folding in half. Left hand to your block or to the floor, inside or outside your right foot. Revolving to your right. Give yourself permission to bend your right knee a little. That gives you a little bit more space to turn. Gently drawing your right hip back in space. Two more breaths. And unwind. Hands to the floor. Take the block off to one side. Hold your waist. And then slowly come upright. Going to step forward into Malasana, Yogi Squat. Step your feet wide. Toes turn out, heels in, and then your choice, sitting down on the back of your calves or be a little bit more elevated. Rest your forearms to your knees. Just feeling for a fullness around your low back. And you can either pause and hold here or option to glide up into crow pose, hands to the floor. Climbing your knees onto your upper arms. Remember to look forward. Add a little grip with your fingertips so they act like brakes. And then one at a time, float your feet. All meeting up in a forward fold at the top of your mat. For gorilla arms. Placing your feet now hips width apart. Slide the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet. Or simply hold opposite elbows, softening your knees, finding stillness. Coming back to your breath. Stepping off your hands, we'll take a slow roll up to stand, chin to chest, roll and rise. And we'll move over to the other side. If you had a block and it was useful, placing it to the outside of your left foot. Hands to hips, step your right foot back for pyramid pose. Taking care how you place yourself so you feel balanced and steady. Your hips feel level underneath your fingers. Then your preference with the arms. Taking your bind or catch opposite elbows, breathe a full breath in, brighten, lift your chest. Then keep all that length as you fold forward incrementally over your left thigh. Scanning your body for any subtle adjustments you can make here to feel more steady, more balanced. On your inhale, press down through your feet to rise upright. Transitioning into revolve triangle, left hand to your left hip. Reach your right arm up on your in-breathe. Fold and revolve to your left as you breathe out. And one of the temptations here is to lead your twist with your face. So just notice your head has moved beyond your left leg. Gently shift your skull back and try spiraling through your rib cage instead. Final few breaths. And release. Hands to your mat. Step back to plank on your inhale. Lower through your vinyasa. Cobra on your inhale, low and slow. And flow back. Downward facing dog. Staying in touch with your intention for your practice, your current energy levels. And just savor this shape, finding rest. Notice if any space has opened up for you, perhaps expanding your breath more freely now that you've warmed up a little. On your inhale, raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits. On your exhale, step to your hands for high lunge. Rise slowly upright, steady your posture, lengthening up through your waist. And then lower your hands to prayer. Transitioning into Eagle Pose, Garudasana. You're going to step forward and wrap your left leg over your right, motioning your hips down and back, so create a little shelf with your right thigh. And if you're feeling wobbly, keep your hands pressing your gaze to a single, unmoving point. If you're feeling steady, float the arms wide to a T. Then wrap your right arm over, your left arm under for eagle arms. Now you narrow the gaze to the point where the elbows cross, gently moving your forearms forward to widen your upper back. Final option folding on your exhale, elbows toward your knees. 2 more breaths. Releasing, unraveling, step your left foot back to arrive in a lizard pose. Bringing your hands inside your right foot, soften your left knee to the floor. Just adjust and settle. Add a light squeeze to your left buttocks, pressing your sitting bone forward. Without moving your right foot, get the feeling you're dragging it back a little. Just pausing here. Breathing a longer breath now, you're in a more passive shape. And last few breaths, option to walk your hands to the top of your right thigh. Bend your left knee in toward your buttocks, and you can reach back and hold your left foot for a quad stretch. Both hands or one hand, wherever you feel most steady. And release. Take your hands to the floor, reframe your right foot and step back to your downward facing dog. We'll transition over to the opposite side. Raise your left leg up and back. And then take a slow, soft step forward for high lunge. Feel your feet into the mat, arms rise. And then lower your hands to prayer. Keep your weight in your left heel there as you move into Eagle Pose. Wrap your right leg over your left and hug your legs together. Stay here or wrap the arms this time. Left arm over, right arm under. Directing your breath into a broad back. Folding forward if you have your balance. One more breath in. And a slow unravel. Step the right foot back for lizard lunge. Touch your right knee down. And here you can be on your fingertips, your hands or your forearms, just aiming to keep the front and back of your spine lengthening forward on the inside of your left thigh without caving your chest in. Either stay here for your last few breaths in this shape or walk your hands to your front thigh and bend your right knee in toward your buttocks, reach back, connect a hand or hands with your foot, hugging your heel in toward your buttocks. Release and lower your hands to your mat and either flow through a final vinyasa here or make your way into a child's pose. We're all going to meet up there. There's no rush. As you arrive, just starting to dissolve your effort. Your jaw can unhinge. Your shoulders can go floppy. Making that transition toward our yin practice now. Gently raise your chest and bring your legs around in front of you. And gather your props. So for this next posture, shoelace pose, have 1 or 2 blocks or a bolster handy or your cushion. Close the knees together and bend your right knee, cross it over your left leg. So allow the knees to fall over each other. So the knees line up and your heel is on the outside of your buttocks. Option 1 is to stay with one leg extended, one knee bent, and fold forward from here. Option 2, you can bend your left knee, take your heel to the outside of your right buttocks. So you're sitting between your heels. And you're really trying to align knee over knee. If your knees are sensitive, this might not be available. And if this is the case, I just recommend extending one leg to take your forward bend. Very slowly now, you're walking your hands forward any amount. And you can rest your chest to the top of your thigh, elbows to the floor or elbows to a prop to elevate the floor to meet you. And in this posture, we want to be mindful of the knees. So as you fold forward, if there's any discomfort in the knees, especially as there is weight and load as you go forward, another valuable option is to recline here onto your back. You pick up the feet, you cross your legs in the air, and you hold opposite shins or feet. It's taking a functional and accommodating approach. The purpose here is to target your outer hips. And you're welcome to find your own version that fits your body. And now just settling in, breathing smooth and deep. Last few breaths here. And if you're in a seated version, slowly raise your chest. Extend your legs forward. And if you're laying down, simply extend your legs out long. Rest back in shavasana for a few moments. And switching sides. Option 1, bend your left knee with your right leg straight and fold forward. Option 2, bend your right knee as well. So the left knee is over your right, knees are aligned, and you're sitting between your heels. And final option, recline shoelace pose, left thigh threads over the right thigh, and you're holding your feet. And there might be moments of discomfort and comfort in these postures. You want to avoid any sharp pain. Just simply welcome all sensations, allowing them to move through you and also giving yourself permission to move if the intensity is too much. So just experiencing all sensation without judgment, knowing that all that arises has the nature to pass away. And last few breaths here. And gently raise your chest and extend your legs forward. If you're lying on your back, join us in a seated position with your legs outstretched. From here, we'll bend the knees, place your feet to the floor as wide as your mat, hands to the floor behind you. Inhale, exhale, lower your knees over to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees to your right and hold there. So we're going to come into a variation of sleeping swan. For this posture, you may wish to have a bolster or a cushion or blanket to rest forward onto. So just placing your props to your right side, then revolving through your torso to your right. Adjust your legs so each leg forms a right angle. So you're refining your shape so your legs now roughly resemble the letter Z. You're searching for a broad, mild stretch in your right buttocks, in your own version. As you're ready, just hinging forward from your hips, folding over your right leg, and prioritizing a smooth, easy, slow breath once you arrive in your shape. And then asking yourself to be quiet, be still and observant. And breathing in, preparing to come out of the pose, easing your hands back and returning upright. Now slide your right heel in toward your pelvis. Pick up your left leg and sweep it toward your right to place your left foot to the outside of your right thigh. Then keep revolving to your right. You can place your right hand down to the floor for support, and then take your left hand to your inner left knee. Once you're situated, start to explore easing your left knee away with the assistance of your hand and the intention of lengthening your inner left thigh away from you. So you're seeking mild sensation through your outer left hip. And then placing your gaze where your neck and head can relax. Just here for a shorter time here, breathing slowly in, slowly out. Letting your breath gently touch any tension it meets. And soften your breath, expanding the space inside your body. And then softly, slowly release the pressure of your left hand. Undo your left leg and extend both legs forward. Just pausing for a few breaths. You might like to rock the legs gently side to side, or simply pause, sense how your hips feel. We'll switch sides. If your props were helpful on the right side, taking them now to your left for support. Bending your knees, feet wide, and then rock your knees over to your left. Pausing there, arranging your legs to find the letter Z. Right angles through both legs, then turning toward your left leg, hands to the floor for support, and just taking a few slow breaths to fold forward. Moving slow is useful in our practice, particularly in yin, as it allows us to be more present to our body's current state, more able to listen to the whispers of the body, which parts of the body need extra care and attention. And more broadly, as you move slow, you become more intimate with your needs. For example, when you need more sleep, and you're also better able to tune in with your emotional states and vulnerabilities. So ultimately more responsive, less guarded, and more at ease. Breathing in deeply, breathing out slow. Gently now easing your way upright. And if you need a moment or two to pause, just be still, mindful of your breath. And then just as you're ready, left heel will come in toward your pelvis. Right leg steps to the outside of your left thigh. You're revolving to your left. Left hand down to the floor for support, right hand to your inner right knee. So you're gently easing your right knee away and allowing your head to rest where you feel comfortable and at ease. And very slowly now exiting the shape with the same slow care and attention as you came in. Stretch the legs out in front of you. And we'll come to lie belly down onto the floor in crocodile pose, and we'll rest and rebound there. Have your props handy and just make a pillow with your hands. Rest your forehead into the stack of your hands. Your heels can relax outward, letting go of any gripping in your buttocks. In all these postures, we're aiming to balance our effort. So balancing the impulse to soften and open, and also the impulse to contain and protect. So both are quite useful. So you're finding what feels balanced for you. So there's no need to perform or find a certain shape in yin. This practice is an invitation to take up residence in your body, get to know yourself a little bit more intimately. So from here, lift your chest, place your elbows onto the mat now. We'll move slowly and progressively into seal pose. You may wish to have a block or a soft pillow at the front of your mat. See that your forearms are about shoulder width apart and your elbows are slightly forward of your shoulders so you feel supported without caving your chest. Option 1, raise your chest away from the floor, keeping your lower ribs resting. Draw your shoulders back and send your gaze forward. Option 2 is to rest your forehead onto a prop. So that could be a block or something a little bit more elevated. And option 3 is to elevate your elbows, turning your hands out a little and relaxing your shoulders down. So just notice how your version feels in your back. If sensations are too strong, move your hands or elbows forward to reduce compression in your low back. You can try engaging or releasing your buttocks or varying the space between your legs. Sometimes simply lying on your stomach may be enough of a back bend for you. Just feeling your breath moving through your shape. following your breath's natural rhythm. Last few breaths here. And then slowly now, lower your chest to the floor. You can make a pillow with your hands or loosely cactus the arms. Turn your head to the right and bend and slide your right knee up into a half frog pose. So, just for the next few breaths to release through the low back. Right knees at a right angle, looking to your right. And then just switching sides. Right leg goes out long, left knee bends. And turn your gaze to the left. And from here, we're just going to roll over onto our backs. For this next posture, cat's tail, you may wish to have a belt or a strap. It's not essential. To begin, just simply extend your legs forward, align your spine. So smoothing your back body. And then we start in a simple twist. Bend your right knee in toward your chest and then cross your knee over to your left side. So you're adjusting your hips so you feel comfortable. You can really roll over all the way to the pinky toe side of your left foot. And so option one is to stay here in a reclined twist. Might like to take the arms wide into a T or loosely cactus your arms. Turn your gaze either toward the ceiling or away from your bent knee. Option two, you may wish to use a belt or a strap. You can extend your right leg out straight and loop the belt around the balls of your right foot. And option three, if you'd like to take the pose further and you've room to grow, you can bend your left knee and use your right hand to hold your left foot. And then once you have it, you just roll your right shoulder head down. This pose is called cat pulling its tail pose. So just pausing here wherever you're at, deepening your breath, and connecting with the feeling tone of your shape, sensations. You've permission to adjust if it doesn't feel right in your body, and you can't linger with ease. And very gently letting go whatever you have hold of. Return to your back and stretch your legs out. Just changing sides here, there's no rush. Bend your left knee, cross it over to your right for your reclined twist. So you can use the strap and straighten your left leg. You can keep the knee bent. And your final option is bending your right knee and connect your left hand to your right foot. So try and avoid any struggle. Be in a place that feels comfortable enough, a challenge, but a place that doesn't disturb a nice easeful rhythm of your breath. And gently, softly letting go now. Undo your shape and we'll move into final rest now, shavasana. Laying down onto your back and allow your spine to be fully aligned. Take any props that you'd like to have along with you and set yourself up. So bolster or some padding under the knees is nice to release the low back. You can also place a small cushion underneath your head so your forehead is a little bit higher than your chin. Anything that makes you feel comfortable, some extra layers. As you're ready, just resting your arms comfortably by your sides, palms facing skyward, opening your chest, legs comfortably apart, allowing your hips to soften, gently dimming your gaze. Take a deep inhale and open mouth exhale and settle in, inviting your body and your mind to rest now. Starting to sense all the edges of your body softening and surrendering into the support of the floor. And rest now. I'll be back to guide you back in a few minutes. And very softly, gently guiding your awareness back, deepening your breath, and gently wriggling the fingers, your toes, perhaps stretching out through your body. And as you're ready, bending your knees, take your feet to the floor and roll out to your right side. Just pause for a moment, let your eyes adjust to the light in the room, and then use the support of your hands to come back to a comfortable seated position, sitting upright. Go ahead, rub your palms together, create a little friction, a little bit of warmth, and then place or hover your hands over your eyes. Again, rub your hands, create a little bit of warmth, a little bit of friction, and place or hover your hands over your eyes. And then gently release your hands to your legs, slide your eyes open. Welcome the light. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thanks for joining me for this longer class. I hope you feel great. Namaste.